Hello my friends and welcome back to another lightsaber tutorial. So, you guys have been asking for this for a while now, so I'm finally going to do it. Sorry it took so long. But I'm going to be going over some of the staff basics, basically all the moves that I use every single time you see me swing one of these things. So to start with, the figure eight. Of course, by this time you should be able to do that if you follow the other tutorials. It's just a figure eight, but with a double-bladed saber, so just watch out for the second blade so it doesn't hit you in the face. If you need help with this, I've gone over it in other older tutorials like my Obiani and that. I'll link. There should be a box up there to all the rest of my tutorials. The move I do a lot with this is of course just the figure eight, the Obiani with the double-bladed lightsaber, which is the exact same thing as the normal Obiani. Same with reverse, exact same thing, just watch out for the back saber and reverse grip. It's all the exact same move, so if you want to do this with a staff, again, there's a box up here that will lead you to the other tutorials on the channel. Now, on the other trick that I use is the two-handed figure eight. I have cheated in this and just done it like this. So how you do that is one hand on this side, one hand on this side. They're facing opposite directions, and you're just doing this. So your right hand or your dominant hand is always, even with your left one, it's the one that always ends up on top here. You're just basically pointing it down and back up. And also just the cooler way of doing this, in my opinion, is you have both hands facing the same way. So what you're doing is remember, hold both of these in the same direction, holding the top of the saber, and you're just going to dive with your back one first every time. Bring the back blade up and down, up and down, up and down. So there's also, you can add a spin to it. You can add yourself, you spin yourself with the spin. So if you're doing it with this one, you literally just, when you're going down from right side to left, you just take a step and keep going. So it's a same thing with going like this. You just take a step and bring it like so. So you're in the middle, step with your right, and then there's the little, I think I learned this from Michelle Smith. I think she calls it the window wipers. So basically, you just have most of the weight of the saber on your right side. You just give it a little push. So what's happening here is you're just pushing it, keep your palm up, you're letting it roll, and you're catching it on this side. Same thing on the opposite side. You just give it a good spin, like so. This is a very neat little trick, and it's super simple. And then when you've got this down, you can move on to this to help you reverse directions. How you do that is just, instead of letting it go all the way before catching it on your this way, you're gonna, when it's on this side, you're gonna bring your palm up a bit and you're gonna bring this in. So what's happening is, see what's happening? Bring it in, stopping it on the back here, and then pushing it back. And on the push back, you're just rolling it on the other side of your palm like you've been practicing with this. So it's just two of them put together, but it's a very nice trick because you can go from, you can do a nice clean transition spin into the opposite direction. So like, let's say you're doing the Obiani, you do this, and then now you're into the reverse. So it's just a quick little transition between spins, and it adds some very nice flair for a trick that's not too hard to master, but it's tricky. So a cool little toss I can teach you, other than just the basic toss, is if you get a little momentum going with a reverse Obiani, you give it a little toss to the back and catch it with a backhand back here. Be careful with this. You might want to practice this with something lighter than a lightsaber, because catching it, you got to build up a little strength in your hands, because catching it can be kind of painful. But it's literally, just remember, reverse Obiani. When you're in this position, just give it a little toss and catch. A more advanced version of this would be catching it with your other hand, aka your left hand in this case. But I recommend practicing with this hand first, just to get a feel for your saber, get a feel for where the weight is and everything. And once you have that down, you can move on to catching that and not cutting your leg off. There you go. Those are the basic tricks that I use every time I spin one of these things. So if you did enjoy this, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. If there's anything you're not sure of, you can contact me over on TikTok or Instagram. I will do my best to answer you and give you all the help that you need. I love teaching this, and I'm still learning how to teach. So if there's anything you need clarifications on, please do not hesitate to reach out. I would love to help you. If I did manage to teach you any of this, it would be awesome if you're willing and if you're comfortable enough to film it and send me a video of it. It's so cool to see when I actually manage to pass knowledge on to someone. So I'd love to see that as well. So again, TikTok, Instagram, tag me or DM me. That'd be so cool. So I hope you enjoyed this. Again, hope you learned something. If you didn't, one more time, you know where to find me. I'm happy to help. If you want to support the channel, support me. I've got a lot of cool merch, such as this and this, along with a lot of other cool Star Wars merch. It's in the merch store. I'd really appreciate it if you looked at that. It would help me out a lot. Follow me on aforementioned apps and enjoy the rest of my videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.